Hello everyone, my name is LeAnn Lyon. I'm inviting you to grab a cup of coffee. I have a story to tell. So, several years ago, I loved my coffee. A lot of us do, right? But I was starting a new company, and so I was jumping in and I needed some extra energy, and I was getting my Americano, double espresso every morning and every afternoon. A tremendous amount of caffeine. Now there's benefits to caffeine for some people. It can improve focus and things like this, but it also really wipes your body out. It affects your adrenal glands and does all sorts of things that we know too much of even a good thing is just sometimes too much. And what's ironic is I would actually leave my office, drive 10 minutes to spend money on coffee, drive back to my office, losing half an hour out of my day, and then I'd be complaining, oh, I never have any time. If you add that up, plus the extra time in the morning stopping to get coffee, I was probably losing 3, maybe 4 hours a week on coffee. And the amount of money I was spending was not insignificant either. Not only did my cup of coffee, even just the black coffee cost between $2 to $3, plus, a little bit of a tip. But if I got something fancier, it costs more. You know what your coffee costs, right? And then, you add that up once, twice a day, 5, 6, 7 days a week, and the cost just got really high. On top of it, my husband would joke, he'd see me starting to droop in the afternoon, just getting more and more tired, and he'd say, should we just get an IV? We could just hook you up, and as a joke, but it really kind of felt that way, like I couldn't get through my afternoon without my coffee. Well, one day I was introduced to a woman who stopped by my office and she said, hey, I brought some healthy coffee. I'm like, yeah, good one. I've tried healthy coffee before. It was a coffee substitute made out of some sort of a tea. It was terrible. But it was good for us. So at that time, my husband and I said, yes, we're going to do this. We're going to get rid of all of our coffee. We're going to just drink this. And we made it about 3 days, and we were miserable, and we had horrible headaches, and it just wasn't worth it. It didn't taste like coffee. It didn't feel like coffee. It just didn't work for us. So when she said she brought healthy coffee, I'm like, that's nice. Let's talk about something else. And I literally left the sample packets that she brought for me as a gift laying there on the table, and then eventually on my side table for probably a couple of weeks, until at one point I reached to just a day when I was really busy and I didn't have time for my 30-minute coffee run, but I really just was drooping and I needed some coffee. I thought, well, it can't be worse than that stuff I had before. So I made it. I ripped open the packet, I put it into the cup, I added some hot water, and this fabulous aroma of coffee greeted my nose, and I thought, wow, well, that's a start. And I took a sip, and it was every bit as good as the coffee shop coffee that I just saved 30 minutes going to get. And I was intrigued. So I gave her a call and I said, can I get some more of this? She said, sure. She said, in fact, I have a promo going. If you want to get a month's supply and you commit to really switching to this for a month, I'll even give you a little bit of a discount. I'm like, ooh, that sounds intriguing, but I am not giving up my regular coffee. That is not happening. Thanks very much. Appreciate the offer. And I basically just went on with my life, went on with spending my money, went on with wasting my time. And then over time, I discovered that there was a business opportunity behind the coffee, which intrigued me as a business person. It's not necessary for everybody to do, but I jumped in on it. And then I thought, well, since I'm kind of making it my business, maybe I should drink it more often. So I made the decision to switch for the month-long thing, figuring, at the end of the month, and this is actually in December, I'll reward myself with a good cup of coffee shop coffee for New Year's Day. And I switched for a whole month. This is the only coffee I drank. And I never had a headache. And over a very short period of time, I stopped having those afternoon droops. And in the mornings, I realized I felt good. I was saving all this time, and the cost per cup of this coffee was a fraction of what I'd been spending. By the time I got to January, I said, you know what, I don't think I really want to go get that cup of coffee. In fact, my New Year's resolution is to not drink anything but this coffee, this healthy coffee, for a whole year. And I stuck to that with one exception. We had the opportunity to go to Hawaii that November, 11 months later. And we went to Kona, Hawaii, famous for its coffee. And yeah, I had a little bit of real coffee. What I've found over time is that I really prefer my healthy coffee. It's what I drink. It's what I drink every morning. It's what I go to in the afternoon. Even though I don't get those afternoon droops like I used to, but if I want a little bit of a refresher in the afternoon, it's a nice thing to drink. That's what I go for. But I can have other coffee here and there. It doesn't bother me like it used to. The Tums that I used to just consume all day long, wake up in the middle of the night needing some more antacids, I don't need those anymore. My sleep, I actually tracked my sleep app. That would be another video sometime, a great story. My sleep improved dramatically when I cut the amount of caffeine that I was consuming every single day. Now these are all my stories. This is all what really actually happened to me. My husband can verify it, my friends can verify it. The woman who introduced me to this, we've become fast friends and business partners. And I'm just really grateful for the day that she walked in and said, I brought coffee. And even though I didn't believe her right away, I'm really glad I eventually came around. So I invite you to give it a shot. There's a button below here. You can browse the store if you like. There's some more information. I'll put some other links in this as well. Have a great day. Thanks for paying attention.